The government is currently shut down, and this is what they're posting on federal websites.
American government is shut down. Let's talk about it. Hey, beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, we want to talk about the U.S. government shutting down, and this has struck entire conversation and reaction on people. So if you don't know what's going on, apparently the fundings of the U.S. government is usually decided by the Republican and the Democrat Party, and usually they will vote and decide on the amount that should be allocated to different departments in the United States. But apparently, they could not come to an agreement what the budget should be for the country, and this has led to the shutdown of the entire government system, which is going to put a lot of people out of jobs and going to also get some people to work without even getting paid. But the twist here is that the president and his will get paid. For me, I'm just like, why? Anyway, guys, let's go here, then break down this system and then people's reaction to it, and then we'll come back and talk more.
The US government has run out of money, and that means it is now shut down, leaving hundreds of thousands of workers without pay and bringing crucial services to a halt. Congress is responsible for funding the American government, allocating over $10 trillion each year to the various departments that run the country. But the two parties weren't able to agree on a funding bill, forcing the shutdown a few hours ago. Until they reach a consensus, more than 750,000 employees won't be going to work, impacting Americans, tourists and anyone who does business in the US. National parks will be closed, economic research stops, education and defence grants are paused, new medicine isn't approved, lawsuits are put on hold, and businesses won't get billions of dollars in loans. People considered essential will have to work, but most of them won't be paid, including air traffic controllers, airport security and disaster response teams. But lawmakers and the president will still get their paychecks during the shutdown period.
How?
The last time this happened 6 years ago, it lasted for 35 days and is estimated to have cost $4.5 billion in lost GDP. Right now, there's no indication of how long this shutdown will last, but the blame game has begun. Chuck Schumer has called it the Republican shutdown, while GOP leadership says Democrats voted to close the government.
The government is currently shut down, and this is what they're posting on federal websites. This is on the HUD website. This can be found on the Department of State website. And here we have the Department of Treasury, trying to convince us that the government is shut down because the Democrats and the far left. But the Republicans have everything: the House, the Senate, the presidential seat. Are you serious? And then y'all vice president had the audacity to get on national television and say this.
Yeah, so this is a Democrat talking point. They say we're not actually trying to give health care benefits to illegal aliens, and here's why it's not true. There are two Biden-era programs that explicitly gave the taxpayer health care money to illegal aliens that we turned off when President Trump took over in January. Program number one is there's a lot of emergency health care at hospitals that are provided to illegal aliens.
That is simply not true. The health care that is being provided is not being provided to anyone who's here illegally. It is being provided to people who are not citizens but are here legally. And I'm still waiting for you to just tell us how y'all gonna open the government back up. Because while y'all talking about illegal immigrants, there's millions of Americans who are going to be suffering because of this shutdown.
Well, hey, would you look at that? We got ourselves a government shutdown. Or as the White House puts it, the Democrat shutdown. It's the Democrats' fault that the government is shut down. But is it? Well, this guy once said, a shutdown falls on the president's lack of leadership. I mean, problems start from the top, and they have to get solved from the top. A shutdown means the president is weak. He said that in 2013. I think I agree. I mean, a government shutdown is a serious thing. And how serious was Donald Trump being when he had Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries come into the Oval Office to talk about it? And he put out Trump 2028 hats. Like a child. What are they there for? They're there to try and make sure that America keeps running and you're playing games with hats. Also, blaming Democrats for a shutdown when you control the House the Senate, and the White House only proves you can't govern. They're literally in charge of everything. And the government shut down. So, first of all, fix that for you. And also, take the whole, we need those Epstein files. Yeah, this has become this year's, so anyway, here's Wonderwall.
The government shut down. I'm not laughing because I'm happy, y'all. The last time this shit happened, Frumpy was in office. That was 2018. He let this shit ride out for 35 days. That means 35 days of nobody getting paid. Oh, and for all you frozen people that's on the streets of Chicago trying to hunt people down, your money is now furloughed. You won't be getting paid either, right along with the damn National Guard in goddamn Portland. Y'all not getting paid. Essential workers, bye-bye. Federal workers, y'all will be working for free as well. I'm telling y'all right now, don't take y'all ass through a TSA because them bitches are going to be mad. And when Toupee Fiasco was asked about the government shutdown, he brought up trans. What do trans people have to do with us shutting down, y'all? But on a lighter note, the Trailer Park think tank is pissed off that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl. I don't know a lick of his goddamn words, not one bit. But I'm about to go on Duolingo and study. Because one thing I do love is a party. And newsflash, you patriot GEDers, you can't deport Bad Bunny to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Y'all make it so easy for us to clown y'all. Ain't no country music going on this time. And the next time, it better be Shabuzi.
The government is officially shut down, and I feel like this is a good time for everyone to quit their jobs. I feel like this is a perfectly timed type of situation. The government shut down because they couldn't figure out healthcare budgets. When realistically, there shouldn't be a discussion for a healthcare budget because there shouldn't be a budget for healthcare because healthcare should be free. That's where we're at right now currently. We're past all that other bullshit because if our nation is fully funding another nation's healthcare and free education and free all this other shit, that's not going to work if we're not even helping our own country. You know what I mean? So if we're already there, the country is shut down, not really the country, but the government shut down, we could just add some more. What's a little more razzle-dazzle on top? You know what I mean? We don't really need to go work for these corporations. The government is shut down. And that might not really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but why not just add on a little extra, get things moving, get the dice rolling, really? Because if the government has to shut down because you guys can't figure out a budget for people to have healthcare and for people to not be sick in a country that literally is set out to make people sick on purpose, then I feel like no one should be working. Y'all can't figure out budgets for healthcare when y'all are already giving tax cuts to billionaires and the rich are getting more rich. Just everyone should collectively stop working for the system right now. Right now is probably the best time to do it. The government shut down. How about shut down your job as well? Quit. Type B. That's just how I feel. It's just an idea. I don't know. But I do. But I don't know,
I now understand why they called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. And it's because the American people were able to go to bed peacefully at night, knowing that the lights was going to be on and bills was going to be paid on time. Joe Biden was like, Tammy, I've been grown. I paid my bills are paid. But under Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, the chaos administration, the bills are not being paid. And the lights have been cut off. This is what you get when you vote for chaos. This is what you get when you vote for incompetence. And the cherry on top of all of it is because Donald Trump isn't getting his way right now. You know what his plan is? He is going to permanently fire federal workers in this furlough, hurting the American people. He is going to cut more money from Medicare and Medicaid and possibly end the subsidies that are set to end in Obamacare in December. He doesn't want to renew it. All things to hurt the American people.
It doesn't make sense.
We had a choice last year, and I will die on this hill. The American people chose wrong. Kamala Harris should be in that White House right now. And if she were in this White House right now, we would still have a government open and working for the American people. Sure. And now we're all in hell because we didn't choose her.
Democrats in Congress, I'm talking to you. Hold the damn line. Don't you dare fold like cheap lawn chairs at a cookout. Let's be clear. Republicans have the House. Republicans have the Senate. Republicans have the White House. This government shutdown belongs to Republicans. Don't let them bully you into signing their wish list of cruelty, stripping health care, cutting vital services, and leaving communities to starve. Government is supposed to work for the people. See, some of you have only been trained that it only works for the rich. So when government actually pauses to say, no, we're not going to rob grandma of her insulin today, suddenly folks want to act like that's un-American. What's un-American is worshiping billionaires like they care about you, thinking their sparkle going to trickle down to your wallet. It won't. The glitter is fool's gold, and you're left sweeping up the crumbs. So Democrats, keep that backbone stiff. You understand me? You better hold the line like it's Black Friday at Walmart and there's only one TV left. Hold it like your mama held that phone call when she was calling and telling your auntie all your business. Don't let go. And Americans, I need you to understand this. Trump is going to fire government workers no matter what, okay? Because the Supreme Court gave him the infinity gauntlet to snap and wipe out anything he wants. Republican Congress will not check him, which means that Democrats are the last firewall standing between you and that incinerator that's coming. So keep the government shut down if you got to. Do it by any means necessary. Better a locked door than opening it to thieves who are only coming to rob you. Because this fight ain't about politics, y'all. It's about survival. And survival means you don't negotiate with the school bully that's been stealing your lunch every day since the first day of school. You plant your feet, you grip tight, and you hold the damn line.
I promised I was going to do my best in trying to keep you guys updated with all of the more recent developments regarding this government shutdown that we're dealing with. And here is the most recent development. So they tried to vote again and they failed again. This is now the third day in a row where they have tried to get to a resolution and they have failed. And so the government shutdown is still ongoing. But I got a couple of things that I just want to address. So we are dealing with a Republican House, a Republican Senate, a Republican president. This is the Republican shutdown. That's what it is. Because I don't understand how you're trying to blame the Democrats when everything is in your hands. And as per some of the representatives from the Democratic side, they stated that we would love to get to a resolution, but we can't because the Republicans refuse because they're dead set in having things run their way, go their way. And we can believe that because all the Democrats are asking for is some extra funding to put towards the Affordable Care Act tax credits that ran out. You understand? Especially with all of these cuts to Medicaid, it ran out and they're asking for more because American citizens need it. And the Republicans are saying no. And that's the reason why we're dealing with a shutdown right now. And now they're trying to go out their way to say that it's the Democrats' fault when you guys run the House, you run the Senate, and you run the White House. So how the f is it the Democrats' fault? And I really just want you guys, whoever's a Republican, please, I understand that logic is not your friend, but I need you to open up your fucking eyes and open up your ears. Look at what the fuck is going on in front of you. You guys have control over everything in this country and look what's going on to it. You have control over everything. Everything it's playing out how you guys swear it needs to play out in order for America to be great again, right? It's been 9 months. Oh, officially now, it's been 10 months. Look at the state of America. Look at the state of your country that you're so proud of. Look at the state of your country. To the point where people used to talk so highly of America, they speak down on you now. It's the Republicans' fault. And you guys are going out of your way to try to send email blasts to try to blame the Democrats. Y'all really are trying to blame the Democrats for something that you guys are in complete control over. 100%, it is all on you. It's all on the Republican side. It's all on the conservative side. They have all the power. Then you have the Supreme Court that's literally giving in to this administration, this Republican administration. Y'all have everything and look at the state of the country. Y'all have everything and look at the state of the country. This is not just a federal shutdown. This is a Republican government shutdown. And I think that's what we got to make it clear to all Americans and non-Americans. They need to know. They need to know. Because right now, this administration is currently trying to spread propaganda that all that is going on is because of the left, and that's not the case. The facts show everything that is going on is in the control of the Republicans. It's in control of the Republicans' hands, and that's the reason why everything is playing out the way that it is. Ever since they got control over everything. Look. Unemployment rise. Less jobs. Now, for the first time in America, there are more unemployed people long-term than there are available jobs. Okay? Medicaid, Medicare cuts across the ass, all across the country. Okay? Cuts to school funded programs. Okay? You have troops literally walking around unmasked with no identification.
Picking up people.
Given more advanced military weaponry to walk amongst civilians like you and I. Amongst civilians like you and I. Ever since they got control. Look at the state of this country. And y'all still are doing everything that you can do to blame the left, to blame the Democrats. And the only thing that the Democrats are to blame for right now is that they refuse to sign shit unless they get stuff for the people. That's it. And instead of giving the Democrats what they need, considering that for the last 10 months, the Republicans have been on a streak. They've been winning, getting every single case, everything that they want. They're getting it. They're making honor a man who got his neck this month because it's his birthday month. They made it a national holiday. They're getting everything that they want. All we needed was some more money for Medicaid, for Medicare. And they said no. And they were willing to let the entire government shut down. And they continue to do that because they want the money. So when is the general strike happening, bro? Like, oh my God, when is the general strike happening? When is it happening? When are we going to finally rebel, protest against the Republican Party, against the Republican shutdown? Because that's what it is. Republican House, Republican Senate, Republican President. It's all on them.
This is really crazy. Like, this is crazy. This is really crazy, guys. Like, please go down in the comment section and share your thought about this shutdown in America. What are your thoughts? Whether you're an American, whether you're not an American, I really want to know your take on this. But please, as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thought. Love to know what you guys think. For me, hearing that the United States has shut down, for me, it just really got me really worried generally, because we all know, like I've said it a couple of times here on this channel, whatever happened to the United States have a subtle way of affecting the rest part of the world. And you could see like stock and every other thing crashing because the United States government is not working. And it is what it is. It always like affects other people, both economically, politically, it affects other countries around the world. And saying that this is all because of the two parties could not come to agreement, it's really like, okay, this is what we call check and balance. Because if you look at the President Donald Trump administration, you could see that they've done everything that they wanted to do, which is something I have been following. I say I'm so like into the American politics at this point in time now, that you can see that even the other Senate lady that they locked inside the chambers because she refused to sign or refused to have a bodyguard, in quote, a military personnel follow her all around. Remember that case? That's the same, the Republican trying to control, and they are in charge of the government. And even with the entire outrage and everything that goes on, they still did what they need to do. So I personally, I feel a little bit like relieved that the Democrats are standing their ground when it comes to this, that they want something back in return. Because I feel like this is not a one-party country, it's a democratic country. So why would one group of people just come together and all they want to do is just to take and just make policy that does not serve the American people or the American government, the entire country as a whole? We could clearly see in the past 10 months how the American system has literally shut down. Like, apart from this shutting down, we've literally see how the entire government, things are really economically, politically. This man literally changed the Ministry of Defense to the Ministry of War, and yet nobody's saying anything. So I feel like this is a very nice government system, and I wish we have this in Nigeria, where another party can check another party one way or the other. And I think the last time it happened wasn't during Donald Trump's time. Somebody correct me down in the comment section that this last time there was a shutdown, and I feel like this is the only check and balance the Americans have. And if they let go of this, then this entire Democrats presidential party, they're just going to ride the country the way they want to and the way they deem it fit. I personally, I feel like they should stand on ground and do what they need to do. They should stand 10 toes and do, because they can't just be pushed over and over and over and over again. The state of America, as much as I'm not an American and I don't live in the United States, is one way or the other affecting all the people. Even the aid that he withdraw, I know people that have lost jobs in Nigeria because of that. So one way or the other, I always have a way of trickling down to the rest part of the world. And yeah, I really want some type of pushback to this government in a way, because a lot of look at the tariff on items coming from China and other parts. I personally, I buy some stuff from the US, and I buy some stuff there, like, because if you're in Nigeria, you know you have to order your stuff abroad and all that. I buy some stuff, and I can tell how the tariff. I've not ordered stuff for months now from the US, because you could clearly see the price difference because of the tariff. Like I said, one way or the other, the politics of this government is always going to affect the US people and even people around the world. So I'm really happy for this, a little bit of at least check and balance in this government, because they literally, like the other sister said, they literally owe the Senate, the White House, and all that. So a little bit of check and balance is not bad at this point. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think about this entire conversation down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead, feel free and share your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.